Howdy folks, welcome back to Railroads Online. I'm back over here at the logging camp, and I've been making some runs back and forth over to the sawmill with some logs, and we're getting kind of low on firewood. So today I thought we would build a Firewood Depot over here with a track so I can supply it with logs once we run out. I think it still gives you free firewood to begin with. So that's what we're going to do today. Regarding physics, I've had some weird stuff with the physics. I know in the last episode I was on medium physics. I've gone back to realistic physics because it works now. I mean, it's still a struggle to move stuff, but it actually moves. I ended up relaying this track. So I think maybe that track there just had problems. I know we had the cars derailing. So we're going to try realistic physics again and see how that goes. But I've thrown a switch in here, so I want to get an idea of where the Firewood Depot needs to go. So let's grab this and let's do maybe like a 50 meter, just head out that way just to get an idea of how much separation I'm going to need to get. And then I'm going to extend this track out. Oh no, I want the groundwork. There we go. Back on rails, and then grab this. Of course, I want to go back to straight. It'd be great to have a button to toggle between straight and radius. And then we'll just pop that out like that. Now, where does the Firewood Depot need to go? And how do I rotate this? Totally forgotten how to rotate it. Options, controls. How do we do this here? Adjust, place, edit. Yeah, it should be numpad, and that wasn't working for some reason. G menu. There we go. All right, let me sort that out and I'll be right back. Well, I might just be remembering wrong. I thought you could rotate with the keys, but apparently not. So you just have to rotate by moving around. So I think that's where I want that to be. Is that gonna be too close? I think we're okay. I think all the cars. Oh, no, it sticks out a little past the rail, doesn't it? That might be a little close. Let me see if I can back that up a bit. And I'll probably move down just a little bit too. So if we go to facilities, rid of that. And I like to set that back to rails so it's on rails unless I specifically set it to something else. Move down a little bit. And then I wish you could like snap to the track or something. Because this is just kind of ridiculous. I think it's trying to snap to the roadbed. So actually, wish I could lower it. Yeah, it's trying to come up on the roadbed, unfortunately. And then from this angle, it's hard to tell if it's straight. I think that's fairly straight. So the track laying is greatly improved. The facility placement is still kind of hosed. So if I wanted that height, it has to be way out there. Maybe isn't necessarily a bad thing. Yeah, I think that's straight enough. Doesn't have to be perfect. Now, is this curve enough to get back there? No. So we're going to have to make this really, really far away. Or have it up super high. One of the two. Just like the track work, it's a lot of trial and error. So maybe we'll just have it up high. Try to get kind of lined up with the roadbed and then hope that's right. It's pretty close. And I think the trains will fit down through there. Now, how are we as far as this placement? I don't want to make too much of an S-curve, but some of it's going to be unavoidable. I'm going to pop back on here. Let's try making 4 meters of straight. And we cut back at 50 radius and we'll see where we're at. Are we anywhere close? Yeah, it's not terrible. Getting pretty close. You just have to unload to the side, right? Am I remembering that correctly? That in is straight, and then we'll just head out there-ish. I thought about removing all the trees on the map, because you can do that with, there's some scripts and utilities out there that'll do that for you, but then I think it would look a little silly if just all of the trees were gone. Get some of them gone. Alright, I think now I can put some logs on there. We'll try that once we get all that firewood taken off, because we start with, yeah, we start with firewood, so that's cool. I kind of wish you didn't start with firewood, but it is what it is. So we have a full load of logs. Let's head on over to the sawmill. I put some of these embankments down, lined up with the crane. It just makes it easier to get the train car lined up. How's our fire doing? I've been kind of neglecting you while I was loading up. There we go. All right, let's get some firewood on board. We'll see if we can move. It's been working fine on realistic. I don't know why, but we'll roll with it. I think it was just a bug. Track was being a little goofy. The thing is, though, on realistic physics, it takes forever to stop. So you don't want to get going too fast when you got loaded log cars. And I may want to make that track a little longer. Basically, we're just backing up. So right now, this is just a point. There's no way to turn around out here. I might make that different at some point. You can see that's full brake, and we're just kind of gradually slowing down. Actually, I think I will put the brake on, and then we're going to go add some track. So I can get backed up far enough. And then I don't even have a track yet for the cordwood. I don't remember. I think cordwood is required for one of the other industries. But it's been so long since I played this, I've kind of forgotten. I have to look that info up. Alright, I think that's going to be enough, so I'm going to do my little embankment. I don't know if this does any good as far as stopping the cars. It's just really for looks. Like we just kind of threw some dirt up here on the track to have a little buffer. And let's go ahead and make this track go out about the same length. Yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect. Close enough. And we'll throw a little embankment down here. There we go. Now we can get firewood out here, and of course we got easy access to logs to refill the firewood. Once we have more than one loco, I would kind of like to use there's a train shed. I don't remember if they had the engine shed last time I played. I don't think they did. But there's even different colors of the engine shed, so that's cool. All right, let's go ahead on over to the sawmill. See, no trouble getting started. I think it was just a buggy track or something. It's a struggle. I mean, it feels good. It should be a struggle to move 4 giant loaded log cars. This little tiny engine. But I thought having it be impossible was a little much. I don't need a ton of speed here because we've got about a 2 or 3% downgrade here. And what I've been doing is just cutting the throttle, letting her roll. So far that's worked. There was an update that came out today as I record this that should have fixed the resolution on the trestles here. I'll probably forget. I've got a screenshot of like the train. It would look like it was half off the track because the spline it was following was so far off. So that looks better now. That looks like that's fixed. Cool. I don't know what lit a fire under his butt to start putting out tons of updates, but hey, it's appreciated. I'd like to get some more trees cut, just so I can see my train better. Alright, we're pretty much off of the downhill. So we're going to crank this up to about 50. So I've basically redone pretty much the whole track over to the logging camp. And I like this version a lot better. I even relayed this trestle. And I don't think it's been in a video yet. I've redone the track over here at the sawmill yet again. Version 10 or so. I keep changing my mind. So we'll check that out. I got rid of the cross track that went over that way. It just wasn't really needed. This nice sweeping trestle here into the sawmill. And I actually want to get that off and get on the brake. So I finally used the 90-degree crossover. I don't think I used that at all on the last version of the railroad, if I remember correctly. So we finally have a 90-degree crossover. So we kind of have a loop. You can come in from the freight depot, make a loop, and go back out if you want. And I got rid of the monstrosity that went up over the hill there. And hopefully we won't derail. So just a little bit of power on. I think in today's update too, they fixed where the Heisler and stuff would derail on switches, which would have been a problem eventually. I think they fixed a bunch of issues with the new loco as well. Again, I'm going super slow because on realistic physics, it takes a while to stop with just a little loco brake on the Betsy. So you see I've got full brake. So you gotta take a little planning. Kind of pay attention to what you're doing. And we'll just ease on to a stop here. I think that'll be just about right. Yeah, that ought to work. So we have 0 logs in here right now. They've all been processed. So let's get some logs going. There we go. Excellent. So the cycle continues. That's what I've been doing today. Yesterday, just kind of playing a little bit between episodes. Up to almost $1,400. And we're up to what, level 4? And how are we doing on the lumber here? 27 lumber. Should in theory have the same number of beams. Yep. But what I want to do, I want to get 2 more state cars. And then I can have an even number of boards and beams. Had a little bit of a mishap here. I was redoing the track and deleted that last little chunk underneath that car. So that one used to be up there. I re-railed it over here. So I think I'll take that over and sell it. Y'all want to see some more train running? We'll do that. Yeah, I get my windows open. So we'll shove those cars back over to the freight depot, sell the stuff, and then I'm going to grab 2 more state cars. That way we can get a good solid run, because you can carry twice as many beams as lumber. So I want to be able to haul an even amount. So if we get 2 more cars, we can do 2 and 4. So the switches, I've noticed they're a little tricky sometimes. What I found is if you can't seem to get it to work, try clicking down here around the linkage. And a lot of times you can find the hitbox down there. It's something I've noticed too, like you'll put the brake on. So I'm on level track. Sometimes you roll even if you're on level track. Come on. You got it. There you go. Get over that stiction. It does stop pretty well if it's just the locomotive. See how good that sounds? We need ambient sounds, Mr. Developer. I love the sounds around the industries, but we need some like forest and birds and stuff. Make this world feel alive. Yeah, man. Oh, do I have the... I might have the brake on this car, now that I think about it. Is it full on? Sure is. That'll help. Alright, let's get a link and a pin. Forgot, I put the brake full on so it wouldn't go anywhere. Hey, look at that, you take the brake off and it actually wants to move. Who knew? Okay, we'll get you turned off. Make sure everybody's turned off here. There we go. So I redid this. I got a switch there that hooks up to the 90 degree. So let's actually try that. I haven't been around through the 90 degree that direction. Let's. Looks like that switch is thrown. So let's do that. We'll go around the new track. Check it out. There we go. All right, reverser. Pull forward. Get a little bit of regulator on. Oh, I already had the brake off, dummy. I'm such a derp sometimes. So I've relayed this yet again. Only thing that hasn't changed over here is the tracks right next to the drop-off points. Loading and drop-off points. Everything else has changed. So I got this just as close to the hill as I could. It's actually some of the ties and a little bit of the track are a little bit underground. Just ignore that. And then it gets super tight right here. Like almost cars touching and derailing. Or sometimes all derailing. Okay, well that hasn't happened before. Okay. I've been through there before, no problems. Apparently right now it's a problem. Put the brake on. So I might have to redo this. I don't know if it's like it picked the switch there or something. Picked the switch point. Well, we get to use the re-railing tool. So that says forward. What is forward? That's forward? Okay. You're off. Oops, I always want to hit escape, you know, because that's how most games work. Not this one. I'm going to re-rail that car right here if I can. Yeah, we'll get all hooked back up. That's strange. I might just have to redo this. What I thought about doing is just forgetting the passing sighting here and not having to have this switch right here. I don't know. I'll have to figure something out. Re-rail, not demolish. Okay, we've got a Lincoln pin in there. That pin out. Get this train hooked back up. So this is the kind of stuff that happens in Railroads Online. I don't want to just edit out all the bugs and nonsense. So that could be just because it is super tight there. In all fairness, it is super tight. Alright, let's get a link and a pin here. Come on back. This coupler is out. That hooked in. You hooked up. All right. Good to go? We'll take it slow. So yeah, I might have to do iteration number 11 on the sawmill track. It seems to be pretty tough to get it to actually work. And part of it's because it has to be so far out because of this turnout here. Maybe I should just not have the turnout. I'm not sure. Or move it back in a little bit. Alright, that seems to be doing okay. So let's hop in this seat. We're getting kind of low on fuel. That switch should change. Just because we can, we'll blow the whistle. Yeah, I think this was a 45 maybe. I went to 1 degree so I could get just as tight as I had to be to hit this 90 over here. And then it does a little bit of a dipsy doodle because the land goes up. If I went straight, it'd be like a 4% grade to get up with the little hump there. Oh, crap. Guess who forgot to cut all the trees over here? His name rhymes with turbo. No! Oh, we're fine. Pfft, no problem. No problem. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see, folks. Oh, guess who forgot to put the switch in? I thought I was done. Oh, man. So I should edit this all out to make myself look awesome, but nah, you get the raw experience. I never did finish out this track. I might need this one. I'm not sure we can get through with that. And then let's just connect these together and see what we get. Looks like we might need some downgrade. Is that going to be acceptable? I mean, that doesn't look super terrible. Let's give it a whirl. See if the train survives. This might be another longer episode. I know some people like the long episodes, some people don't, so I tried to do a mix. Looks like this is going to be another longer one. Let's hop in the driver's seat here. You gonna make her? Think so. Alright, now we got the trees cut and the track built. Let's head on over to the freight depot. So I think that's a little smoother. It was kind of janky before. A little bit jank there on the backside. I'm gonna have to come up with a better solution. I need to get rid of this. I haven't deleted all of this yet. It doesn't connect on through like it used to. It ends like right there. Not gonna have that anymore. Yeah, we'll just head back over to the depot and make some money. And that'll be it for this one. Am I zoomed all the way out? Yeah, it was. Kind of on the fence about which locomotive to get next. I really love the Cookie. They don't really need that much power yet. I kind of want one of the geared locos, maybe, just because of all the tight curves we have right now. I don't know. We'll see. I got to make more money, either way. Can't look at my money while I'm in this view. Oh, we're not as close as I thought we were. So I haven't been going like super fast. It doesn't feel like you go much faster between 30% and 100%. And this thing's got little wheels. Look at it go. So it just makes more noise. I'm not sure it really goes that much faster. And we actually need to start slowing down here in a little bit. Let's go ahead and get brake on. And we're still lined up into the freight depot, so that's good. So I think over here would be a good place to make like a locomotive servicing. Get a turntable, engine shed, Firewood Depot, that kind of stuff. I'll do that at some point. Probably make an episode out of it if y'all want to see the building. A lot of you seem to like the track length, so I appreciate the comments. Of course, tips and tricks are always welcome as well. We can learn from each other. We're getting slowed down pretty good. That ought to do. Dropping beams on my head. That's how we make money. All right, 1684. We're getting there. Slowly. Slowly but surely. So I've got this track here. It would interfere with that. Maybe I would curve it and then have like a service area back over in there, possibly. And I could even tie into this track too, so you could come from either come up out of the yard and back into there, or just come in right off the freight run. Go in there. Maybe make a loop too, so we could loop around. I don't know. We'll see. That's the fun part about this game. There's a lot of possibilities. Just double check now that this is empty. Actually have all the brakes off. The log car, I was running the rear one at 10%. Let's do that here too. Inevitably the train will break apart at some point. Back we go. The cycle continues. I'm going to keep on making money. And we'll see if we can get a new loco bot. I was going to get cars while I was over here. But I need some way to reverse the loco. To get behind. Well, I got the runaround track. I can make that work. Yeah, I can make that work. So I'll buy some cars while I'm over here. Okay, that one switched correctly. Oh, I stopped too soon. Maybe back behind this switch stand. There we go. Getting a little low on firewood. I forgot to fill up while I was over there. I was going to do that, and I completely got distracted. All right, so I can leave this. I can leave this train here, and then go get the cars, run around them, back into the train. And then I'll have the 2 extra cars. Sounds like a good plan. That'll be it for this one, folks. Thanks, as always, for watching. And I'll catch you in the next one when we do some more railroading. Take care.